Alrighty. Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to meet for the second time for the Consecration to St. Joseph study group, but we're not going to do it live because there's a bit. It's too in-depth and too detailed right now for us to try to take it live for the second meeting. So for the second meeting, I'm just going to read to you the discussion questions, and then if you want to participate, you can post them online in the comments. You can post your responses online in the comments section. So the first question is, do you like praying the litany of St. Joseph? Do any of the titles really stand out for you? Second question is, prior to this week's readings, have you ever heard of Father Joseph Kintenek and the Schoenstatt movement? What are your thoughts on the idea of becoming an apparition of St. Joseph in the world? Question number 3, Mary is your spiritual mother, Jesus is your brother, and St. Joseph is your spiritual father. Have you ever thought of St. Joseph as your spiritual father? What appeals to you about relating to St. Joseph as his son or daughter? The next question is, St. Joseph is a representative of the Heavenly Father for us and a model to imitate in our quest for holiness. How do you think St. Joseph is an image of God the Father to us? How is he a model that we can imitate? The fifth question is, when the second person of the Holy Trinity took on human nature, he had to learn things from his father, St. Joseph, according to the normal process of human development. Can you think of anything that St. Joseph would have taught Jesus? Why is it important for all children to have a father? In what ways does St. Joseph spiritually feed, clothe, educate, protect, and correct us? Do you have a statue or painting of St. Joseph in your home? Have you ever seen an image of St. Joseph that depicts his cloak as a protective shield? Has anyone ever been to St. Joseph's Oratory in Montreal? If so, tell us about your time there. If not, has anyone visited another shrine or church dedicated to St. Joseph? St. Joseph is the first knight of Our Lady. Have you ever thought of St. Joseph as a knight or a warrior? How would you describe St. Joseph? The reading from Venerable Mary of Agreda on the privileges of devotion to St. Joseph is very powerful. Are you experiencing an increase in your relationship to Jesus, Mary, and Joseph after this week's readings? Question number 11, are there any other things from the readings that you want to mention or discuss further? And then there's some follow-up discussion questions from reading The Delight of Saints, which is on page 85. Question number 1 is, many saints have been devoted to St. Joseph. Are there any names that you were not familiar with in today's reading? See pages 90 through 91. Do you know of other saints or blesseds who were devoted to St. Joseph? Were you aware of the categories of latria, hyperdulia, protodulia, and dulia? Why is it important to make such theological distinctions? St. Teresa of Avila had great confidence in St. Joseph's intercession. She challenged people to test for themselves the efficacy of St. Joseph's intercession. Saints are bold. Are you willing to give St. Teresa's challenge a try? Question number 4, in recent centuries, many popes have expressed tremendous love for St. Joseph. Of those listed on page 91, do you have a favorite? Do you know any other popes who were devoted to St. Joseph? Does anyone have any other questions? Last question, question number 5. Does anyone have any other questions or comments? Again, the questions are being taken from the book, The Consecration to St. Joseph. Thank you.